Doo-doo-doo. Sash wasn't here to do the upload today, so I did it for him. He's gone missing since the last one, and I haven't been in an episode in a long time. I'm feeling lonely, so I'm going to go look for him. Hopefully I'll have him for next episode. But please enjoy this one. Okay, bye!
I wonder how CERN is dealing with this problem.
Apparently they're not. Well, I guess they've got some sort of luck because they managed to hit the Earth at least 14 times. And considering how big the universe is.
Oh no, not 14 times. At least as many reports as we've seen.
Yeah, there were 14 reports, I think. Well, no, I think all 14 are jellymen they have found. We've only read a couple of them because we kind of got bored and moved on to something else.
Yeah, but Kurisu said that she's positive some of them are buried or in space. I thought it said that they definitively had 14 reports of 14 attempts.
Yeah, I'm thinking they've only found 14 people, and they've sent like dozens of people through.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's not the case.
Me too, but it's CERN.
True.
Ellipses. Ellipses. After blowing me off, Kurisu goes back to reading CERN's documents. Daru and I aren't good with English, so there's nothing we can do but let her work. Dawn breaks.
Have you slept yet?
We stayed up all night again.
No, you
and
haven't.
They broke dawn, so there's gonna be some pissed off people.
You know, they're gonna start having hallucinations at this point.
Maybe they just hallucinated that CERN's sending people through time machines and turning them into jelly. Fighting drowsiness, I refill my mug with instant coffee. I've already lost count of how many I've had. Yet, see, this is a bad sign.
Yeah. You're gonna start seeing neon purple flying squirrels, guys. This is You need a nap.
Yeah.
Okabe.
Kurisu hands her mug to me without looking away from the computer. I guess she expects me to refill it. Since when did I become her maid? She should ask Mayuri for stuff like this. Mayuri's a professional maid, after all. Yeah, but you see, Okabe, she's actually doing useful work. You're standing there like a dumbass.
Well, she could at least ask, I mean...
That said, Kurisu is the one reading CERN's documents right now. Daru and I can manage if we use translation software, but we're nowhere near as efficient as she is. Well, it's not exactly what I had in mind when I said I wanted to borrow her knowledge. It just goes to show that I was right to make her a lab mem. Yeah, that's true. For now at least, I should not try to upset her. Yes, this is a good plan, Okabe. You are learning. I silently take the mug from Kurisu, dump in the powdered coffee, and pour in the hot water from the pot. 2 packets of sugar, no milk. Hey, he actually knows how she likes her coffee. Kurisu has already requested it with the same... Kurisu has already requested it the same way with 5... Me speak English good. Kurisu has requested it the same way 5 times today. Or last night. I mix it well and bring it over to Kurisu. She doesn't immediately realize that I'm standing next to her, so I hold the mug in front of her face. She jumps and knocks the mug over, spilling the hot contents onto my lab coat. No, Kurisu takes it without turning.
Thanks.
Her eyes never leave the screen. She's completely absorbed in CERN's research. Even though she was adamant when she called them traitors to scientists everywhere, she's not above picking their brains. Well, you got the research.
Neither of you.
Yeah, but Okabe's never gone off about them being traitors to scientists.
Well, I'm sure he's not happy with them keeping the whole time travel thing secret either.
True.
He wants it.
Yes. But I understand how she feels. I'm itching to know more myself. Daru is fast asleep on the sofa.
Thank
His snoring is quite loud. Furthermore, it sounds like he has sleep apnea. I'm surprised Kurisu has been able to ignore it. Is she just that focused? Yes she is. I decide to watch some TV. As always, the news channels are all covering the Radio Kaiken's satellite crash. It's the female reporter. We'll not have her have the testosterone injections this time.
Oh. 5 days have passed since the satellite crash, and with the start of summer vacation season, crowds are gathering to get a glimpse of the satellite, which has still not been moved.
And we've got spam!
Woo! Part-time.
Oh, it's from Suzaha.
Oh yeah. I'm so hungry. I had to skip breakfast again today. I don't have much money on hand. Are there any good places to find insects or weeds around here? I can get by using my survival skills if I have to.
Okay, she's a bit... why not go to the, Actually, I know this nice cafe. The waitresses are very friendly. Bit nutters, but friendly.
Well, wouldn't a cafe like that, if it's specialized, be a little expensive?
She's got a job.
She can't afford breakfast normally.
Well,
how could she afford an expensive
she didn't say
meal?
she couldn't afford it, just that she skipped it.
I don't have much money on hand means that she's kind of broke.
Oh. Oh yeah. Me read fail. Though, she might be able to make sad puppy eyes at Mary, and Mary just comp her a meal.
While that is true, you shouldn't take advantage of someone like that.
Well, yeah, but it's either that or eating insects and weeds.
Well, she seems plenty happy to do so, so...
Yeah. Or just go to the convenience shop.
Some ramen cups, they're cheap.
Yeah. So, ask about her survival skills or the bugs.
Well, I would go survival skills, because she keeps making hints about that, and it's getting to me. I want to know.
Okay. Let's see if she answers to this. What kind of childhood did you have? Yeah, that is a good question. She's...
Eating bugs, yeah, that's an interesting question.
Well, to be fair, when you're a little kid, sometimes you eat bugs, but usually...
Well, that's different, though.
Yeah, and I'm not projecting any cat-like tendencies onto her.
My cats never ate bugs. They chased them, killed them, and then left them where they are. So you find dead bugs. So thank you. I wanted to find a grasshopper right there at my feet. Thank you.
Yeah. Proof of what mighty hunters they are. Either that or they were trying to teach you to hunt bugs.
Oh, that's it, because apparently cats see you like dogs see you as separate from there. They understand that you're not dogs. Cats kind of see you as the same thing, only big and lanky and stupid, so they give you food
big,
like...
ugly, dumb cats.
They give you things they hunt, like, you need to eat big, dumb baby.
Yeah. Anyways, your line. Can you do a Valley Girl accent?
No.
Okay.
I came from Nagoya. I wanted to see it.
I drove all the way from Saitama. It's amazing. Where did that thing come from?
Well, it's a satellite. Likely it came from the sky. Yay! I'm a high school girl from Chiba. Tourists from all over Japan are flocking to this location. In an interview earlier today, Michael Byron, spokesman for NASA, stated that no satellite had crashed in Japan, and that the crashed object was, in fact, not even a satellite. The satellite is currently under police investigation. No date for removal has been set.
Is it really under an investigation?
But crashed into a building, so...
This could be another plot by the organizer. Good morning! Oh wait, shouldn't I say good afternoon? The return of my falsetto.
Yay!
The door unlocks from the outside and Mayuri comes in. And how often do we see Mayuri not smiling? And just to compare to Kurisu. Like, Mayuri probably not smiles as much as Kurisu smiles.
Yeah, she's got it pretty much permanently plastered on her face, but that's cute, so... Yeah.
She has a convenience store bag in her hand. There are various food items inside, but it doesn't look like they're for us. Ah.
Well, you took my bananas. You better make...
Ooh, the air in here is so thick. What have you guys been doing while I was gone? Three of us probably look pretty haggard since we stayed up all night. Yet you're probably not helping Mary's opinion of what went on last night.
Probably not.
But it's so hard to put on a bright smile now that I know about CERN. I'll refresh the air. Mayuri opens the windows wide. The sky is so blue, it hurts my eyes. Large clouds listlessly drift on the wind. It truly is a refreshing sight. Mayuri's appearance makes Daru get up with a grimace. Kurisu also finally moves away from the computer, sipping her hot coffee while rubbing her eyes. I glance at the clock, then go to the center of the room and call for attention. Since all the lab mems are present and accounted for, this is the perfect opportunity to hold another roundtable conference. Another? Roundabout confluence?
Close enough, baby.
What's that? I'm more surprised she knows what a roundabout and confluence are.
Maybe she doesn't, to be fair.
Yeah, true. A meeting of lab mems. Have we ever done that before?
Do you even have a round table? Did Arthur's Knights?
Not physically. However, it exists in the hearts of all lab mems. Am I mistaken?
Yes, you're mistaken. Don't go sticking things in people's hearts.
Well, at least it was just a heart.
Well...
Is there one in Mayushi too? Of course there is. Oh, that's good. But what's a roundable? And why a round table? You King Arthur?
I'm only a temporary lab mem anyway.
These people whine about every little thing.
Really though?
Hey, we actually get to see Okabe.
Oh wow. I am impressed.
Anyway, it's a round table conference. Mayuri wasn't here last night, so first let's explain the situation to her. I tell Mayuri about everything we discovered in her absence. About how CERN is making a time machine. About jellymen. And kings. About how Men in Black might be coming to erase us for what we know. Yeah, and now you just told her, so now she knows, and now they'll have to erase her as well. I told you shouldn't do bad things.
To be fair, she did.
Bad, you say? We are bad? Absurd. If we were bad, then CERN is even worse. They aren't satisfied with ruling the world. Now they want to get their hands on space-time itself.
I agree.
Wait, did they just agree? Someone mark this day on the calendar. Because not only did Kurisu smile, she agreed with Okabe. Yeah. Maybe that's what is allowing the space-time travel of events. That when they actually agree on something and it bends space-time.
Tips the scales of the universe.
Yeah. For some reason, Kurisu backs me up.
What CERN is doing is unforgivable. They're traitors to humanity, to science, to society, and to science.
For science! I guess. Clearly, Mayuri is not as worked up about science as I am.
Clearly, Mayuri doesn't quite understand the impact of jellymen.
She doesn't sound convinced. I didn't want to get Mayuri involved, but she's surprisingly perceptive. She'd find out even if we had kept it a secret, so it's better to just tell her.
I don't know. This way she could get into the same crap you're probably going to get into.
Anyway, Ragnarok can no longer be averted. The final battle with CERN is near. A large part of me is still afraid. But we've come too far to turn back now. We can't unlearn what we know. Rag in a rock?
Oh, darling. Norse mythology again?
Christina! I order you to investigate CERN. What have you learned?
I don't remember being ordered, but whatever. There are two problems CERN faces with time travel. First is the electron injection device, also known as lifter. Unless they get it to function properly, they can't make the curved black hole singularities naked. If you send a test subject through the singularity in its current state, the supergravity compresses them to the micro level. Naturally, there's no way to survive. The second problem is that they can't specify a physical destination. They can't choose where they end up after traveling to the past. That's why I'd say the 14 found jellymen were the lucky ones.
Yep. So they've been more than... Wow.
Oh, so they actually found the reports of how many there have been. Over 100 human experiments have been performed since 2001. The remaining 80 or so people ended up somewhere they can't be found.
Yeah, so they sent a lot of people through and only found 14. But that indicates that they that they have some sort of aiming.
Because that's a high fraction for Earth.
Yeah. Earth does not take up 14% of space. Or the surface of Earth. It's even a smaller target because they have to land somewhere near the surface.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
most of them have been directly on the surface.
Yeah. Because if they are too high up, they'll just splatter when they hit the ground or underground or in the ocean.
Yeah. If they're buried or if they poofed into some difficult to get to area.
Yeah.
Like
middle of the Himalayas.
You're not going to find those, you know?
Yeah. Why can't they be found? Didn't you know, Mayushi? The world is constantly moving. Its rotational speed is 1500 kph, and its orbital speed is 114,000 kph. Daru's tone is authoritative, but he is just relaying what he heard from Kurisu last night.
CERN has been looking for solutions, but it's not going well.
So even CERN is having difficulties? Now then, have you learned anything that could help us complete the phone wave? Name subject to change. Kurisu stares at the ceiling in thought.
Well, I suppose you could call the LHC the world's largest microwave oven. That's some big chicken.
Yeah, of course. In other words, the phone wave, name subject to change, is a miniature LHC. Yes, that would be exactly what she said in other words.
Might be onto something there.
I was sure she'd deny it. In fact, I thought she'd yell at me.
She just said it.
But instead, she agreed with me. Throws me off a little. She agreed with you agreeing with her. It's not a surprise.
However, there are too many things we don't know about the phone wave. Why do the same phenomena occur in CERN's time machine that also occur in that tiny little microwave? Unlike the LHC, this thing wasn't made for time travel.
It was made to warm Mayushi's chicken!
Well, yeah. That's right, baby.
Since the Jellyman phenomenon occurs with the phone wave, name subject to change, Mayuri's banana must be reaching the Kerr black hole's ring singularity.
That's some well-traveled bananas.
Yep. It makes a black hole here? It won't suck us in, will it? If it sucked us in, we'd become Jellymen too.
But we still haven't figured out the electric discharge phenomenon, or the conditions required to cause it.
During our experiments earlier, we were only able to send emails to the past during the discharge. Although it hasn't happened again. That discharge phenomenon could very well signify the injection of charge, that is, electrons. Well, you got an electron gun sitting right behind you there, Okabe, in the TV. And if you need to inject electrons, maybe an electron gun, just spitballing ideas.
Would they kill their own TV, though?
Well, they wouldn't have to. Like, it's going off without the... Like, the TV is just sitting there, but the discharge phenomenon is going off and they haven't disassembled the TV, so they're probably not going to have to disassemble the TV to do it.
I don't know, they might come up with that idea.
And only when it occurs does the path to the singularity open.
We don't know the cause of the discharge phenomenon.
That's what we need to find out.
In the first place, the emails we're sending to the past are digital data, not physical objects. That's a definite difference from CERN's time machine.
No, we're doing the same thing. Who's to say that digital data can't go through a singularity? I think it would be easier than sending something human-sized. Yes, it would be.
Yeah, it's just a signal, basically.
Yeah, it's radio wave.
Well, I suppose that's true.
You know, the way you guys talk about email, it makes me think of folding a letter in a paper airplane and making it go zoom, you know?
Yes, we do.
Someone needs to just pat her on the head. It's more like a beam of light, like optical digital data. Yes, radio waves are more like light than a paper airplane. By the way, it's a pain to keep saying email sent to the past. Let's give it a proper name. Uh-oh.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
So do I.
So do I.
What's that supposed to mean? You dare mock Hoyin Kyoma? Haven't had a chance to say that in a while.
Phone wave name subject change. You just want to give it some oddball name, don't you?
Humph! How rude! Heed me! I shall name the phenomenon of email sent to the past as follows. The name shall be... drumroll... Nostalgia Drive! I think the nostalgia critic will want to have words with you about that name.
Copyright. Confusing. Rejected.
What, you? Who gave you the authority to reject my ideas? You're just an assistant!
Then why don't we take a vote? All in favor of Nostalgia Drive.
My hand shoots into the air, but nobody else follows suit. Have you forsaken me, Daru? Mayuri? Chris Chan's right. It's too hard for Mayushi to remember. It's way too chuny, man. Traitors. Fine, then let's hear alternatives. Don't tell me you rejected my idea without having any bright ideas of your own.
I think it needs to be something easy to understand. It's an email that regresses through time, so how about retro mail?
What does retro mean? Mayuri is busy eating a strawberry jelly. No, it looks like she's eating a rice ball.
Yeah, that's some odd strawberry jelly.
How can she eat that stuff after hearing about Jellymen?
That's a good question.
Yeah, actually, that's a good question. Sounds like you have your answer, Christina. You said it should be easy to understand, but it wasn't easy to understand after all, was it?
But that's because Mayuri-san is... Never mind. A precious little dumpling? Yes, she is.
Were you about to say because Mayuri's dumb?
No, she's a precious cinnamon roll and she needs to be protected from the world, that's all. No.
You tend to use food metaphors a lot, don't you?
I like food.
Yeah, fair point. Chris Chan, do you think Mayushi's dumb?
I don't. I promise I don't. Okay?
Somehow, Kurisu manages to glare at me even while soothing Mayuri.
It wouldn't be too hard. I don't think she'd recognize it as glare.
I vote the male who leapt through time. There is an anime called The Girl Who Leapt Through Time. That's too stiff. It's hard to say. It's better than your nostalgistic expialidocious and say, and mine makes a movie title refer. That's not cool. It needs to be cool. You're rejecting it for that? Tutaru! Miyushi has an idea. Uh-oh. How about back to the mail? I took a movie title and changed a word to mail.
That would be awkward in the middle of a sentence, though.
And we've got spam. Who do you think it's from?
Ferris.
I'm going to go with Lukako. No, it's Suzaha.
Either of us. You don't want to know, LMAO.
Aw, but we want to know.
Oh, I really do want to know.
I already did the movie joke, Mayushi.
Besides, I think the meaning is a little off.
She probably meant mail to the future. but our emails go to the past. It's not about the meaning. I took a movie title and changed a word to mail. Either way, it's too long. Then how about DeLorean mail? Have you seen Back to the Future?
I don't believe I have, unfortunately.
Char, you are depriving this girl.
I spent many years without a TV, remember?
Yeah, fair point, but still, the DeLorean is the, they built a time machine in a DeLorean, basically, in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
That doesn't even say what kind of email it is.
No, but it's kind of cool. We don't have time for this nonsense. Let's just abbreviate it to D-mail and move on. Oh god.
But that's boring.
I don't care if it's boring.
Shot down. Kurisu's influence in the lab seems to have grown significantly these past few days. D-mail it is! Mayuri, finished with her jelly, proclaims in satisfaction. Wait, when did Mayuri become the moderator?